In this video, we will show you how to install your WD Electronics Street Legal Turn Signal Kit on a 2018 or newer Polaris Ranger XP 1000. The model shown is a Northstar model, but we have versions for all Ranger trims. Remove the center hood panel by rotating the two locks and sliding the panel free. Set it aside. Now you will remove both side hood panels. Start at the driver's side. At the inside edge of the hood, remove the single Torx bolt and plastic pushpin. Remove the plastic pushpin from the back of the panel in the location shown. Remove the second plastic pushpin from the back side of the panel in this location shown. Remove the pushpin on the bottom edge of the panel near the reflector sticker. Remove the last plastic pushpin at the front of the driver's door opening above the hinge. The panel can now be lifted off. The hose for the washer nozzle, if equipped, is connected underneath the panel. You may remove the line or leave it connected and carefully set the panel aside. Repeat the same steps to remove the passenger side panel. Remove and set the passenger side panel aside. If equipped, tilt your windshield up and out of the way by rotating the handle and pushing the windshield up. Next, remove the two plastic push pins at the back of the instrument cluster trim. Slide the cluster forward and up to release the two alignment tabs on the front edge. Locate the gray connector on the back of the instrument cluster and remove it by depressing the locking tab and sliding it free. Set the cluster aside. Now we will install the column turn signal lever. Locate the bolt for the tilt piston underneath the steering column. Carefully remove the nut on the right side of the mounting point. Tilt your steering wheel all the way down. Slip the bracket on the turn signal lever over the steering column with the lever to the left side. You may need to flex the bracket slightly to fit it over the steering column. Slide the mounting hole on the bracket over the bolt for the tilt piston and install the lock nut on the other side. Make sure the face of the turn signal lever body is parallel with the face of the steering wheel before tightening it down too secure. Feed the 4-pin connector on the column turn signal lever under the dash. Locate the control module and unwrap the cable covered in black wire loom. Connect the 4-pin connector on the cable from the control module to the mating connector on the turn signal switch. Place the control module in a place under the dash as shown. Wait to secure it until later, once all the harnesses have been run and connected. Locate the power cable with the Polaris pulse connector. Start under the hood and feed the end with the red and black bullet connectors through the firewall grommet underneath the dash. Next, locate the bullet connectors under the dash and route them to the control module. Connect the power cable to the control module using the mating bullet connectors on the side of the module. Make sure the colors match, red to red and black to black. Make sure that they are fully connected and that the plastic insulation is fully covering the connections. Wait to connect the power cable to the pulse bar until everything is run and connected and you are ready to test. There are 3 headlight adjustment screws shown here that you will need to loosen to create a 1/4 to 1/3 inch gap in order to install the sequential LED strips. You will use the groove on the bottom edge of the strips to pinch and secure the strip between the headlight and the front fascia. Start at the inside corner of the headlight and insert the connector for the LED strip through the gap you created. Follow the curve of the headlight and tighten each adjustment screw as you go in order to secure the groove on the bottom of the strip. Check and adjust the strip frequently as you tighten these screws to install the strip as evenly as possible. Do not over-tighten your adjustment screws. Over-tightening your adjustment screws can potentially crush and damage the LEDs in the strip, or put unnecessary stress on the adjustment screws, causing them to strip out. Repeat the installation steps for the LED strip on both sides of the machine. You may place the hood side panels in place when you have completed the LED strip installation, but wait to secure them fully. Locate the sequential ballast in your kit. Start with the two small 4-pin connectors for the LED strips. Use the space under the instrument cluster and feed the connectors under the hood through the back of the firewall grommet in the center of the machine. One of the wires will be labeled for the driver's side of the machine. Route one wire to each sequential LED strip and connect them. Secure the wires under the hood using the included zip ties. Bundle up any excess wire. Connect the large 4-pin connector to the mating connector on the control module under the dash. And secure the LED ballasts and any excess wire under the hood. Disconnect the 8-pin connector on top of the engine by depressing the locking tab and sliding the connector free. Install the 8-pin taillight adapter in your kit in line with the factory connection. You will now remove the center floor panels in order to route the long black cable to the rear of the machine. On 3-seat models, there will be 1 panel to remove. On 6-seat models, there will be 2 panels. The front floor panel is held in by 4 plastic push pins on each side, 3 on the bottom edge, and 1 on each side of the cup holders. Lift the front seat and remove the storage tray. There are 2 more plastic push pins on the back of this panel, 1 on each side of the cup holder. Lift up the panel and disconnect the HVAC tubing if equipped. Lift the rear seats and remove the 2 storage trays. Remove the 2 plastic push pins on the rear of the panel. Then remove the 4 plastic push pins on each side, 3 on the bottom edge and 1 on the side of the cup holders. Lift the panel up at the rear edge. Make note of how the cigarette lighter is connected and disconnect the wires. Remove the panel. Remove the 2 plastic push pins from the bottom edge of the switch panel. Lift the switch panel from the bottom to remove. Locate the long black cable with the 3 inner wires. Connect the 3-pin connector on the cable to the mating connector on the control module. Route the cable under the dash and outside the firewall. Route it down, following the air intake tubes and factory harness, to floor level, and back through the firewall, following the intake tubes. Follow the thick factory wiring harness on the driver's side edge all the way back to the battery. Lift the dump bed using the handle on either side. Feed the cable back and locate it under the bed. Finish routing the long black cable along the factory harness as closely as possible towards the 8-pin connector you just installed. Connect the black cable to the taillight adapter using the 3 bullet connectors The red wire only has one wire that it can plug into. The black and white wires control the left and right turn signals. Connect them to the adapter. If the signals are flashing opposite when tested, the signals can be reversed easily by swapping the white and black connections on this cable. Use the included zip ties to secure the cable to the factory harness to keep it away from any hot or moving components. Bundle up any excess wire you may have in the space under the seat. Choose an available rocker switch slot to install the horn switch. You may use the center panel or the slots on the left of the steering wheel. Remove the plastic cover from the back by depressing the tabs on the back side. Install the horn harness through the slot and clip it into place. Connect the 2-pin with the blue locking clip to the mating connector on the control module. Route the 2 spade connectors under the dash and through the back side of the firewall grommet. Reinstall the 5 plastic push pins into the passenger side fender. Route the spade connectors as shown and connect the 2 spade connectors to the horn in either direction. They are reversible. Slide the mounting bracket for the horn in between the 2 plastics and use the Torx bolt for the hood panel to secure the horn. You may need to bend the bracket down slightly in order to give clearance for the hood. Now locate your license plate kit. Install the 2-pin connector with the blue clip to the mating 2-pin connector on the 8-pin taillight adapter. Run the wire following the harness for the rear camera through the frame. Close the dump bed and run the cable through the metal bracket for the rear camera. This cable is long enough to install the license plate on either side of the bed. Locate the mounting bracket for the license plate and remove the 2 bolts. You will not use them on this machine. Use the mounting bracket to mark the holes in your desired location. We recommend mounting near the T in the frame. Lift your dump bed, hold the LED frame in place on the mounting bracket, and test it in the mounting location you marked to make sure it cannot contact anything when the bed is tilted up. Once you have confirmed the mounting location, use the 2 included self-tapping screws to install the mounting bracket to the frame. Make sure you are installing to the metal frame and not the plastic on the tailgate. Cut a 1/4 to 1/2 inch slot in your license plate frame where the wires for the LED frame are located. Hold the frame and license plate in place, and use the included black hardware to secure them to the bracket. Connect the LED frame to the power cable using the mating bullet connectors. Connect them red to red and black to black. Secure the excess length on the power cable to the factory harness using the included zip ties. Locate the dash indicator harness with the 2 exposed pins for the instrument cluster arrows. Open the gray cover on the instrument cluster connector by separating the 2 halves. Remove the clear gray cover by depressing the white tab on each side of the cover and sliding it free. Remove the 2 dummy pins from slots number 6 and 7. Insert the pin on the black wire into slot 6 and insert the pin on the red wire into slot 7. Make sure the ends of all pins are lined up evenly and reinstall the clear gray cover back over the pins. Route the harness out of the hole in the side of the gray cover following the factory harness and clip the cover closed. Connect the 4-pin connector to the mating connector on the control module. This is an optional hazard switch that does not come in the kit and is an add-on that can be purchased separately. To install the hazard switch, pick an open rocker switch slot in the center switch panel or to the left of the steering wheel and remove the plastic cover by depressing the tabs on the back side. Install the hazard switch harness through the slot and clip the switch into place. Disconnect the connector for the turn signal lever for the control module by lifting the locking tab and sliding the connectors apart. Insert the 2 connectors on the hazard switch harness in line with the turn signal lever and the control module. Remove the dust cap from an open connection on your Polaris pulse bar by lifting the tabs on the cap and sliding it free. Install the pulse connector on the power cable for the control module into an open slot. Test all your signals, horn, and license plate frame and reassemble